I'm guessing that you all probably know me as a musician who plays rock, blues, indie, sometimes pop, bit of jazz. Oh no, not jazz. Not yet anyway. I'm practicing, I'm working on it. But I'm going to let you into a little secret. I love orchestral film music. Some of you might have figured that out because if you scroll back through my YouTube channel, you might see Game of Thrones theme tune covered on guitar twice, acoustic and electric. The Force theme, one of the earliest acoustic guitar lessons that I did, Star Wars, John Williams. I did the Harry Potter theme. Kids from Stranger Things, Punisher, Daredevil, when I was going through a bit of a Marvel phase. And I did the Crystal Maze. This TV might not be cinema, but the Crystal Maze theme tune, believe me, that is a banger worth knowing. A few years ago, I actually got into the habit of writing pieces in that style, orchestral, instrumental, featuring a little bit of guitar. And I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't have an orchestra at my disposal. So I found this company called EastWest Sounds, and they're the world's #1 developer for virtual instruments, and you can get some incredible sounds. Strings, woodwind, brass, percussion, you name it. Do you need a little pan flute? Do you need a harp? They've got you covered. Some of the big names that you'll probably heard of that use EastWest Sounds: Danny Elfman, The Grinch, Edward Scissorhands. Not The Grinch and Edward Scissorhands, that's what Danny Elfman composed. Don't be stupid. Why would The Grinch be writing orchestral pieces? Have you seen him? Anyway, John Powell also uses them from How to Train Your Dragon and the Bourne series. These musicians use EastWest Sounds, especially in that kind of early incubation period where you're fleshing out your mad idea, and it would be totally impractical to keep running all those ideas through a full orchestra. So EastWest Sounds is your best bet. And then you may or may not take it to studio to record it with a full orchestra, but the sounds are so good, you'd struggle. You would. You'd struggle to tell the difference. Now I've got about 40 terabytes of ideas over the years that, if I'm being honest, I start and then that horrible voice in your head tells you it's not good enough, no one's going to be interested, and I wasn't brave enough to just put them out at the time. Sometimes you overthink it as well, and you might think, this is a waste because it's not ready, no one's going to hear it. But I guess if you fall into that trap of always thinking that something's only worth putting out if it's going to get 1 million likes, that's not going to happen for every single person in the world. So I'm trying to be braver and kind of release things as and when, just to share my art and my expression, because obviously I'm not scoring a film. We both know that. But I'll sit down sometimes and write something, and that's what just comes out. So rather than just leave it on a hard drive, I'd rather it have 3 views on the internet, because at least 3 people got to hear what I had to say. One piece in particular that I'd started it, and I kind of had it down as somewhere between Kashmir and Hans Zimmer, and I called it Cash in Hands. It's a stupid name, but we know I like shit jokes. Anyway, time passed by, and my Composer Cloud, which is the subscription you can get from EastWest Sounds, you pay per month and you can download all the sounds that you need, but it expired, and I felt a bit deflated and didn't renew it, so I couldn't finish the song. But something kept nudging me, so I got in touch with EastWest Sounds, and they very kindly agreed to reactivate my subscription and give me that final nudge. Will you just get that song finished, put it out? All right, EastWest Sounds, I'll see what I can do. So today, that's what we're going to take a look at. my creative process, some of the sounds that I used, especially from their latest Sweet Hollywood Fantasy series. It sounds mad. You get some outrageous sounds out of it. I'm going to finish my song and then we're going to take a listen. Welcome to my chaotic Logic project. I say chaotic, it's actually relatively tidy. For me, anyway, and organised, but everyone has different standards. I wanted to just give you a little bit of an overview of some of the individual sounds I've used here and how you can actually download whatever sound you want from the Composer Cloud. So if I bring that up, so here you can see all of the different sounds that you can download. And at the bottom here are the sounds that I've already downloaded. These were from my previous subscription, and a lot of the ones at the top here, such as the Fantasy series and the Forbidden Planet, these are new sounds that I have since downloaded. When I was scrolling down then, I noticed a brand new release, Hollywood Fantasy Percussion. Wish I'd known about that when I was finishing off this tune. I could have done with that. Alas, it's ready now for download. So literally click download here and it's going to start downloading about 10 gigabytes of Hollywood Fantasy Percussion in the background. As soon as that's downloaded, it is ready to use. Don't tell Gab, but I upgraded the internet to gigabit. I needed it. I paid for it. I needed it. Look, 67%. It's only been about a minute. If you compare the time it would take to get an entire room full of professional percussionists from Hollywood all the way to the northwest of England just to sort of bash a few ideas out. There you go. In the time that I was waffling on, it's installed. This is way more efficient. So I'm going to close this down now. That's how you install a new sound. Now, before I play you the song in full, I just want to show you a couple of the sounds I actually used. I actually bounced a lot of the MIDI instruments to audio for system performance. So I've just unhidden a few of the tracks. So you can take a look at my sounds that I used. This HF cello here is Hollywood Fantasy Cello. And you can see I use this solo cello spiccato. I can hear you saying, why have you spelled cello wrong? I've not. It says there, celli and basses. Is it celli? Celli? Who knows? But this is what it sounds like out of Opus. And there's also another violin trem here, which I can unmute. This again was Hollywood Fantasy, and that one was a mixture of Hollywood Fantasy Hardanger fiddles and solo violin. I mean, it sounds great by itself, but the fact that you can combine them, I think that's an awesome feature. Hollywood Fantasy Brass, mixed with some more violins. You'll be thinking, what the hell is this song you've written? Just you wait. 2 flute tracks here. How beautiful do they sound? Very beautiful. I've just brought back the ocarina for a second because I want to show you the little combination of sounds I used here. 2 Irish whistles and 4 ocarinas. I don't have them knocking around the house. I do now. And that blend sounds like this. Very spooky. Mixed with that Hollywood Fantasy fiddle trem. Right, that's enough of the sounds. Should we take a listen to the whole track? The voices that you hear, by the way, are also from EastWest Sounds. They're called Voices of the Empire. It's definitely not me singing. The idea was that it's fairly repetitive, but each new layer that comes in keeps your attention. And they're all supposed to kind of like counter each other. I like that bit a lot. Ethereal guitars entering there and a double of the tremmed violin. You've got that ocarina, Irish whistle. Ninja guitar left and right, supposed to just build a little bit more militant tension. There's those flutes. This section, I wanted to have one continual theme, which is that violin, but just a drop, a moment to catch your breath. I feel like a shit Mike Oldfield there, introducing all the instruments. Didn't think I was going to leave out the old guitar, did you? The idea was it's a solo, but it's memorable. You could sing it. And you know I like my riffs. There we go. Relief. It is finished. and now out there in the world. And I really enjoyed writing it. I'm proud of it. I learned loads of new things whilst I was doing it. There's things that could be better, but if I constantly have that annoying voice in my head, I just won't I won't put things out. So let me know what you think in the comments. I'm all up for hearing it. Constructive only. Don't have a go. Don't be having a pop at me. Sensitive. But yeah, if you would like to hear this in all of its glory without me doing a pound shop impression of Mike Oldfield over the top of it, then I'm going to put this on my Patreon, where you can support the channel. And I'm also going to be putting my original ideas on Spotify, because why the hell not? I've decided that I'm renaming the song One Devil Down. You might think Cashing Hands was funnier, but it's not a funny song, is it? This is not just some big joke. This is very serious. The reason that I want to call it One Devil Down is that eruption of the staccato oblique bends, we'll say, kind of sounds like a meeting of two opposing forces, and it's quite grand. Sounds like a showdown between good and evil to me. Then you have this weird little break, and then it just kicks in, kind of rock drums at the end with that orchestral mix, which is probably what's going on inside my head a lot of the time, and a big solo, and the ending just feels like it erupts into this kind of like final battle, and then you've got that King Crimson-esque kind of cascading riff to finish where it dies down. I would love to see that paired with some cinematography. Maybe I should get my arse together and make a little short film or a music video for it. If that's something you'd like to see, then let me know in the comments below. I just want to finish up by reflecting on all of our different journeys as musicians. I wonder what little 10-year-old me would think about potentially writing something like that in the future, because we're our own worst critics all the time. I'm bad for it. It does push us in a way, but there's a dangerous line between procrastinating, telling yourself you're not good enough and not putting anything out, and actually being brave enough to experiment and go for it and see what the world thinks of it. It also makes me think that if we all had the time and the resources to be creative, what would we all be capable of as people and musicians? And that's why I want to thank EastWest Sounds for helping me out and renewing my subscription. It gave me that final nudge to finish the song, and I'm super happy with it. And I've also got the sounds there for at least another year before I'll probably renew it myself. And I can use them with content on YouTube and also writing with Burrell. Honestly, there is no perfect time to write a song or make a film or start your own company. But that feeling that keeps nudging you, if it's strong enough, you'll make it happen anyway. Thanks for watching this video today. I hope you enjoyed it. You better had it done. It's a lot of work. All those notes. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, the bell next to it. Leave me a comment, let me know what you thought of this song. And if you'd like to see some other videos of this caliber, you can also get the sheet music for this on my Patreon. It helps support the channel. And a huge thank you again to EastWest Sounds for sponsoring effectively this video, reactivating my subscription. You take it easy, and I will see you very, very soon. Ta-ra!